Our world keeps changing, and many factors drive all these changes. Technology innovations, discoveries that lead to new knowledge, global trends, and even unwanted events such as a pandemic. With all these things going on, how do we, as music educators, prepare ourselves and our learners for the future? We at Magnus Creative Music Incorporated embarked on a research journey to answer this question and help you get ready for the future. Magnus Creative Music is the Philippine representative of RSL Awards, an internationally recognized music awarding body for contemporary music and arts. Both Magnus Creative Music and RSL Awards share the same advocacy of empowering and equipping music educators through education and certification. Just like all other educators, music educators would like to always ensure being ahead in the game to successfully accomplish the perpetual mission of preparing learners for a bright future. To be able to do this, we first looked at the current realities by asking this question: what are the challenges faced by the music or MAPES subject teacher today, particularly the elementary teachers? The numerous challenges of the music or MAPES subject teacher can be summarized into 4. Number 1, music teachers lack the preparedness for the online delivery of education. This is not only for the music subject teacher, but for all the rest of the subject teachers who have no recourse but to deliver education online. Number 2, music teachers lack digital resources with quality content and delivery strategy for effective online teaching. Unlike the other subjects, music is by nature sound to be heard and should be in the form of digital materials such as audios and videos. Many teachers spend so much time searching online for the right video lessons and ending up frustrated not being able to find the videos that match their intended content. Number 3, music teachers lack a music curriculum that not only satisfies the depth and competencies, but helps achieve the best and authentic music learning outcomes, which are performing and composing. Number 4, the lack of continuing professional education opportunities for the music subject teachers to upskill and cope with the demands of 21st century education. Even music teachers who are graduates of a music degree would need upskilling in terms of music technology. Our research on the music textbooks by popular publishers also showed that music is taught using an inductive approach or from specific to general, most commonly starting with note reading and counting. The 7 musical elements of rhythm, melody, form, tempo, timbre, texture, and dynamics are each taught progressively from grades 1 to 6 with many activities. However, each element is taught individually but not integratively or in relationship with each other. Many of the learning activities are also not targeted for real music application, which prevents learners from understanding the elements of music holistically and cohesively. Our research team concluded that a deductive and integrated approach, which starts from understanding and appreciating a focal point of study, a song or music to listen to, would be the better approach. Instead of having too many activities, it is better to choose a few carefully selected songs that serve as the binding material to understand how the elements work together as a whole, leading them to achieve performance and composition even as early as grade 1. In doing a benchmarking activity, we have found a very similar framework produced by the UK-based music education institution, Charanga. Musical elements are taught systematically and sequentially whenever a new song is introduced. The song becomes the focal point of study. the binding whole to progressively learn the elements and how they work together. This affirms that we are on the right path in terms of education framework and approach. To prepare for the future, it is also important to ask, what is the ideal future of music education? What would be the best scenario of music classes in the future? Bloom's taxonomy has been an internationally recognized standard in education with its progressive levels of knowledge, from remembering to creating as the highest form of learning. Music curriculums in the Philippines cover the levels of knowledge and understanding following the Department of Education's competencies. Applying would most generally be in the form of singing as the easiest form of music application. Only a few schools would be able to have instrument teaching of music depending on the availability of instrumental music teachers and music equipment. The levels of analysis, evaluation, and creation are usually not covered because composition is often thought as difficult to teach, especially for young learners. However, our team has seriously looked into this and we considered creating a curriculum with composition as a standard learning outcome even for children as young as grade 1. Our research on music education standards led us to identify the essential set of musical skills for learners to develop listening, identifying, performing, transcribing, or music writing, improvising, and composing. This is also in line with Bloom's taxonomy, where the highest level to attain is creation. These 7 musical skills lead to achieving 4 ideal musical outcomes: music appreciation with Filipino culture and values as cultural themes, music knowledge through solid quality teaching of music theory, music performance through piano studies, and eventually, music creation by teaching composition. We then developed this framework that provides a visual of the 7 musical skills forming the outer circle and the 4 musical outcomes forming the inner circle. This framework loop is intended as a guide in listening to carefully selected songs, then teaching the music elements in them cohesively and integratively, setting into motion a music education system that will help learners achieve 7 musical skills and outcomes.